So question is, what is the radius of the path of an electron? So I'll write down of path of an electron whose mass is 9.1 10 to the power minus 31 kg, that is given. So let us use only 9.0 for our convenience. And the charge, so the charge, that is E, is equal to 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So electron given, mass is given, and its charge is also given. Moving, so electron moving at a speed of 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 7 meter per second in a magnetic field of 6 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla, perpendicular to it. So that is what we want to find out. And also we want to find out what is its frequency, and also calculate its energy in kilo electron volt. So these are the 3 unknowns that we have to find out. So what is the radius of the path of an electron whose mass is given, charge is given, moving at a speed is given, in a magnetic field its strength is given, and perpendicular to it. So that also is given at what angle it is moving. So what is the frequency, and calculate its energy in kilo electron volt. So yeah. First write down all the parameters. Mass of an electron 9.0 10 to the power minus 31 kg. So always begin an experiment by writing down the given values. So charge, magnitude of charge on an electron is given, that is E is equal to this much, and the speed, so speed, that is V, is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second is given, and B, that is the magnetic field, 6 into 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla is given. So it is always a good practice to write down all the values in front of you so that you don't forget anything. And the expression for radius, if you remember, is given by mv divided by qb. So we had discussed this when a charged particle is moving in a magnetic field. So R is given by mv divided by qb. So you can get this expression by comparing the magnetic force with the centripetal force with that is required to move the charged particle on a circular path. So just by comparing you get the value of R. So otherwise, if you remember, good, otherwise mv square upon R is equal to qvb. So just compare and you get this relation. So just put the values. So mass 9 into 10 to the power minus 31, velocity 3 into 10 to the power 7 and 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 and multiplied by 6 into 10 to the power minus 4. So all these are given in SI units. So no problem. So we don't have to convert. So if you calculate, you get the value 0.28 meter. Just have to remember this. It at any time was given by v divided by 2 pi r. How? V is the speed of the electron on the circular path, and 2 pi r is the meter for one complete revolution. So frequency will be upon 2 pi r. So will be equal to bq, the expression that we had derived, upon 2 pi m. तो frequency के लिए expression हमने derive किया था. So from these two, by putting the values in this expression, the values of b, q and m, we can find out the value of frequency. So is equal to b, the value of b is 6 10 to the power minus 4, q is 1.6 10 to the power minus 19, 2 pi means 2 into 22 divided by 7 and multiplied by 9 mass 10 to the power minus 31. So this will give you the value of frequency. This is the expression for calculating the frequency of a charged particle in a magnetic field, and the value comes to be 1.7 10 to the power 7 hertz. So that is the unit of frequency. Now the last part is the energy. So what is energy? Energy is basically kinetic energy. So we write down EK, that is the kinetic energy. The expression is half mv square. So mass into velocity. So it is half, mass is 9.1 and 10 to the power minus 31, and v square. V is also given 3 into 10 to the power 7 and square of that. Okay, so by after calculating all this, so we get the value of the energy. तो हमें यहाँ क्या करना है? We have to find out the energy in the unit, yes, kilo electron volt. So this energy will get in joule. तो ये joule के लिए हम ये expression use कर रहे हैं. So we have to convert this joule into this much energy into electron volt. So this value, after calculating this value, we get 40.5 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 17 joule. Now we want to convert into electron volt and kilo electron volt. So let us divide by 40.5 10 to the power minus 17 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 16. So that will give you the kilo electron volt. तो इसको हम 1.6 10 to the power minus 16, अदरवाइज अगर किलो इसमें नहीं होता तो 1.6 10 to the power minus 19, that is charge on single electron, उससे हम डिवाइड करते जूल को, तो इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट में एनर्जी आ जाती है. लेकिन यहाँ पे किलो है, 10 to the power 3 है, तो इसलिए हमने 1.6 10 to the power minus 19 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10 to the power 3, तो ये बन गया 1.6 10 to the power minus 16. इससे डिवाइड किया तो ऑटोमेटिकली हमें किलो इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट में एनर्जी मिल जाएगी. एंड आफ्टर कैलकुलेटिंग वी गेट द वैल्यू which is equal to 2.53 kilo electron volt. So that is the value of energy in kilo electron volt. So if any of you have any doubts, you can ask by raising your hands. Okay, your question was, why is a voltmeter a high resistance device? Okay, so we use the voltmeter in any circuit. Suppose this is the circuit, simple circuit diagram, to measure the potential difference across any 2 points. Suppose you want to measure the potential difference across these 2 points, A and B, across this resistor R. So we attach a voltmeter like this across this. So current flows after the key is pressed, and so this reading will tell us the potential difference across this point. Now at this junction, what happens? The current divides. So some part will go through this, some part will go through this path. तो कुछ इस पाथ से रेजिस्टेंस के पाथ से जाएगा और कुछ वोल्टमीटर के पाथ से जाएगा. So but we want to find out the accurate value of potential drop across this resistance R in this circuit. So what is the value of V across R? The current that is flowing in this circuit. Voltmeter we have attached just to measure the potential difference. So basic circuit is this, and in this basic circuit resistance is R and the current flowing is I. So IR is equal to V. So V should be the value that should be read by this voltmeter. Now at this junction the current is dividing. So some current is going to go into the voltmeter IV, and the rest of the current will go through the resistor. Now जितना ज़्यादा करंट वोल्टमीटर से जाएगा उतना कम करंट इसमें से जाएगा. तो रीडिंग क्या दिखाएगा ये? It will show IR into R. Now this IR is less than the actual current I of this circuit. So that means this V dash, if this some current is flowing through this, will be smaller than the actual V. Then the reading of the voltmeter will be smaller value than the actual potential difference across R due to this current I. So we keep the resistance of voltmeter very high so that the current is very low. Current IV is as low as possible. तो करंट इसमें जितना कम से कम जाएगा उतना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा I का पोर्शन इसमें से जाएगा और हमें एग्जैक्ट पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस में यहाँ से बता देगा. लेकिन अगर इसमें करंट ज़्यादा गया तो इसमें करंट कम जाएगा. सो IR into R will be a smaller value. ओके, सो ये हमारा जो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस वोल्टमीटर को रीड करना चाहिए वो क्या होना चाहिए? इट शुड बी I into R. But at this junction, when the current divides, some part of the current moves or flows through the voltmeter and the rest flows through the resistor R. Then drop across this would be equal to V dash, the new drop, that will be current flowing through the resistor R multiplied by R. Now some current has reduced, so therefore this value will be smaller than the actual value. So we want to keep minimum current flowing in the voltmeter. So how will the minimum current flow in the voltmeter? When the voltmeter is a high resistance device. And ideally we say that it should be infinite, so that negligible current with some current that is not even measurable So negligible current flows through the voltmeter just to give us the reading, just to derive the voltmeter, and should not be consumed. Any significant current should not be consumed by this voltmeter. So that is why it is kept very high.